Today I am going to discuss about the list of formulae in marginal costing. Totally, there are 10 formulae in marginal costing. Remembering the formulae is very important for solving the problems. The first formula that what we are going to see is profit volume ratio. In short form, it is termed as PV ratio. PV ratio helps to determine the percentage of profit in sales. So the answers what you are deriving from the PV ratio will be expressed in terms of percentage. Higher the PV ratio, higher will be the profit. Lower the PV ratio, lower will be the profit. To calculate the profit volume ratio, there are 4 formulae. The first formula is sales minus variable cost divided by sales into 100, or contribution divided by sales into 100, or fixed cost plus profit divided by sales into 100. The fourth formula is to be applied when 2 years sales and 2 years profits are given. The formula to calculate PV ratio is change in profit divided by change in sales into 100. So depending upon the information given in the problem, we have to apply the formula and we have to derive the result. For example, the sales has been given in the problem as rupees 10 lakh and variable cost has been given as rupees 6 lakh. And if you have been asked to determine the profit volume ratio, we can apply the formula sales minus variable cost divided by sales into 100. So sales is 10 lakh, variable cost is 6 lakh, again divided by 10 lakh into 100. So 10 lakh minus 6 lakh is 4 lakh, 4 lakh divided by 10 lakh into 100, 40%. So we have calculated the PV ratio. The second formula is contribution. How to calculate contribution? Contribution is equal to sales minus variable cost or fixed cost plus profit. With the help of the two formulae, we can calculate the contribution. Next formula is break-even point. Break-even point is a point at which there will be no profit or no loss. So break-even point can be calculated in rupees as well as in units. Unless the problem specifies, break-even point can be calculated in rupees. If the problem is very specific, you have to calculate the break-even point in units. The formula to calculate the break-even point in rupees is fixed cost divided by profit volume ratio. If you want to calculate the break-even point in units, the formula to calculate break-even point is fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. So the word is per unit is very important. Contribution is nothing but the difference between sales and variable cost. How to calculate fixed cost? Fixed cost can be calculated with the help of the below formula. Sales into PV ratio minus profit. Profit formula. In order to calculate profit, the formula is sales into PV ratio minus fixed cost or sales minus total cost. The next formula is margin of safety. What is margin of safety? Margin of safety is the difference between actual sales and break-even sales. Margin of safety can be calculated with any one of the two formulae, either profit divided by PV ratio or actual sales minus break-even sales. Here break-even sales and break-even point are one and the same. Sales required to earn a desired amount of profit. How to calculate this? So the formula to calculate is fixed cost plus desired profit divided by PV ratio. If you have been asked to calculate in units, fixed cost plus desired profit divided by contribution per unit. How to calculate the variable cost? In order to calculate the variable cost, the formula to be applied is sales into 1 minus profit volume ratio. The next formula is total cost. Total cost can be calculated by adding the fixed cost and variable cost. Calculation of output or sales value at which a profit is earned. This can be calculated with the below formula. N is equal to fixed cost plus desired profit divided by contribution per unit. Sometimes the expected desired profit will be given in terms of percentage on sales. In that case, we have to apply this formula to derive the output or sales made by the company.